Welcome to Smash Writing. I'm Paul. This is Justin, and we are back with another Bond film. This is the third Roger Moore Bond film, called The Spy Who Loved Me. Remember we were so happy with Roger Moore?
Yeah.
Like, it started off good.
This will be the big change we were waiting for.
I mean, it's kind of... I don't want to say, like, it's bad. Like, at least I can watch these films.
Can you? Can you, though?
I mean, I guess I gotta give credit to my daughter.
No.
I don't know, like, I can at least keep them on. How about that?
Can't even do that. I'd take breaks.
Yeah. Also, like, now it's taking you, like, 12 hours to watch a 2
Yeah.
hour long movie.
I took a break. I played some MLB The Show. I watched some YouTube. Then I went back to...
Watched 10 minutes and then did another inning of the game.
Oh.
Let's get into the plot here.
Alright, this movie is all about submarines that have gone missing. And the Russians have called Agent Triple X, and, well, the British have called him Bond.
Ooh.
Bond is still sleeping with the enemy, so that's still going on.
Nothing new there.
We get Vin Diesel's lover has been KIA, killed in action during the mission. I'm waiting to see how long it takes you to connect those dots. It'll be better, because I'm not stopping anytime soon.
Keep going. Oh my god.
I do like the fact that Q still has a bit more of a prevalent role during the business meetings. But we see the big bad Schomburg. He has a trapdoor in his elevator that leads to like a pool of water, and the shark in the middle that'll eat you. We meet Jaws. He's going to be the recurring bad guy. He's working with Schomburg, who's going to go after Bond, and he will continuously go after Bond throughout this entire movie. And
And the next one. Damn you, Jaws.
he goes to Cairo for a meeting. I think it was before Cairo. And one guy insists, he's like, "You'll stay the night here, have this woman. And she does not look like she wants to be here at all. She looks so miserable. Well, it's a Bond movie, so we move on, we progress. We get to see Jaws in a bit of action, just overwhelming force. That is Jaws.
It's biting.
He's biting everything.
It's irony because, like, you could give him so many other names because he's so freaking big and tall and strong, but then, like, his specialty is biting with his metal teeth.
And Vin is watching all this from the shadows, and they finally meet up. She she threatens him for a bit, and some guys jump on, and she runs off. But they do end up meeting up at the meeting with Kolb, and Jaws kills Kolb, and things go haywire from there.
I love the, here's the thing, like, the one scene, like, when they're in Cairo, right? And Jaws is, like, is it the first time they're meeting? And he's, like, just, like, beating the hell out of the man.
No, we're at that point now. Yeah, Jaws, because we're trying to get the microfilm, and he gets it first, and he hops in his truck and is going to leave, and they hop in the back of his truck, and they're talking. They think they're safe, but it's wired for sound, so he's listening to their conversation, and it leads to like this pyramid setting kind of deal, and he's fighting them all off, and then they jump into the van to leave, and he's just assaulting this van.
Really?
He's ripping panels out of the side. He's ripping the roof off. Never dawning on him, maybe you should just try the door.
I mean, at this point, you're doing all that destruction. You might as well go for the door. They even run him over, and then like he catches the van. Like,
yeah. And everyone's just said, "Yeah," puts his fist through the window. You're right there.
Like you don't even need it to be locked anymore because you're establishing that this van is clearly no match for you. But then again, we wouldn't have a 2 hour long movie.
Yeah, I mean, he can rip the panel off the side of the van, but he can't just rip the door off.
Didn't he rip off like the hood too or something?
He was ripping off the roof.
Yeah.
He punched through and got like a hold of it and was ripping off the roof.
Yeah, that door would have been no match.
Yeah, like the window even. Like what?
At that point, or you could have just said, like, how strong he was, could have just flipped it. Oh, it gets better, guys. It gets better with these Bond films.
We were talking. This is all 55 minutes into the movie. And we have shortened it way down for you here. So they got the microfilm. Well, she gets the microfilm because she knocks him out with a laced cigarette. And he goes to secret headquarters for M5. And sure enough, she's there, her boss is there. They're going to be working together in a joint operation.
The irony.
Tomorrow Never Dies. This is so much better. So much better. God, I can't wait for Brosnan. Anyways, they're on a train. Jaws attacks again, and they sleep together as in James Bond fashion.
Doesn't, like, okay, so his one that he has to be partner up with, Bond ended up killing her lover in the beginning of, like, in the...
Yeah, well, we'll get to that point here in a bit.
Yeah,
when
this kind
she
of takes
finds
me
out.
off.
Yeah, because we already know that it was Bond, because we saw a mission go haywire, or an assassination attempt go haywire on his life. Schwarzenberg already knows that these two are spies, and he sends everyone after him on this car chase that's... Including Jaws. He's just in a car, though, so he just...
I gotta admit, I do love Jaws.
Not in this movie. This car chase is... There's a fire, and water going on here. At one point, the car becomes a submarine, and there are already assassins in the water waiting for this car to become a submarine. What's happening? What is happening?
I don't think.
How did anyone expect his car will become a sub at this point? Well, and we must have assassins in the water too. What?
So obviously, this movie is just like the scene that's going into the deep end.
After this car chase, though, this is when Ice Cube learns that Bond killed her lover.
Yours.
You okay there?
Yeah, you're just an idiot.
You're leaning real hard into that triple X remark, aren't I?
Yes, you are. We're just going to start reviewing movies and talk about other movies to use as a way to review this
I
film.
didn't give her the triple X moniker, and I'm sure 40 years ago they didn't predict that movie would come out. But hey, I'm not going to stoop down to their stupidity.
Oh, God. Go on.
Anyway, they're on a sub. It's captured by this ship, and we learned the big bad's plan. He's going to nuke New York, nuke Moscow, which will jumpstart nuclear apocalypse, and he will start the new era under the sea as the merman he's always wished he could be. This all goes awry because Bond sinks the two submarines on each other from the base, which really shouldn't be an option to do. But he saves the day, saves the woman. We've seen Bond, we know how this movie ends.
Yes, and
That's The Spy Who Loved Me.
So, one and foremost, there's another scene that was just Jaws, okay? It was literally Jaws versus the shark.
Yeah.
And he starts biting him.
Jaws bites everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting bitten by Jaws.
Like, everybody is getting bitten by Jaws, even a shark. I'm like, when I was watching that, I'm just like thinking to myself, is this real? Like, are they messing with us right now? Like, why is he? I'm like, okay, if he wants to fight the shark and he punches it or something, cool, makes sense. Biting him.
Well, he got shot in the mouth and it just kind of in that metal. Twang!
Was it this one that Jaws got shot to, or was it in Moonraker?
This one.
Okay.
With the lamp, and that's how he gets knocked out of the window. It looks like he tried to eat the lamp.
Yeah, like his main, according to Jaws, his main thing of defense is just biting things. Like, dude, you're like 7 foot.
We watched you rip pails off the side of a van.
And yet,
You could easily just crush their skulls, you know?
I wouldn't even respect that scene if he was doing that to the shark. Oh, come here, crunch. No, he's gonna bite him.
Oh, this movie is so unbearably long.
125 minutes, aka 2 hours and 1 minute.
I loved it. The submarines are on their way to do these launches. They're all back at this main boat. They need to get into the command center. So they're taking apart a nuke to get to a explosive bit inside of it that's not nuclear. And the one guy's like, this could take a week. He's like, well, you got somewhere you gotta be? Like, no, he's trying to dissect a nuclear warhead. And you're like, you got someplace to be? Like, this is just fucking Legos, you know? Like, what are you talking about here?
Yeah, I think like these Bond, Roger Moore, and I'll even say this in the next time we review the next Bond film. I actually do still like Roger Moore as Bond. I think he's at least from what we've been able to do so far.
He is the best Bond so far.
Right. But I think the quality around him is starting to go downhill.
Yes.
I'll say that much.
Yes.
Um,
We're dealing with Agent Vin Diesel here. She is this top secret Russian Soviet spy who's never failed in a mission, and she does nothing here. Nothing.
and then there's like scene. So when she does find out that Bond killed her lover, she openly tells him. And I get it ends like Bond the way Bond normally does it and crap like that. But once again, this starts to tick you off of like, if Bond's going to sleep with somebody, like, let's explain this. So, Triple X here, we'll refer to her this time as Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
You already talked about her as Vin Diesel. She makes it clear, like, when this mission's over, she's going to kill him. Because she is pissed that he killed her lover. What the hell happened to that true hatred to go away so quickly and sleep with Bond in the end?
Well, you know what would have been a better ending for this movie, honestly? Is if she was on one of the...
After Jaws ripped the van?
But no. If she was on one of the submarines, he turned them around against each other and they nuked each other. That would have been so much better, because it would have been like an emotional weight of him having to sacrifice her for the mission.
But then who would he sleep with?
I think there were more women on there. Go find one of the mermaids.
We went from
Just some sort of depth to this character.
we are going into this era of Bond films talking about mermaids and
Well, I mean, I'm just pissing about with mermaids. I don't know.
but he
mermaids.
wanted to be underwater.
The new world would have been under the sea.
So you're not wrong with referring, like, his plan was to live underwater. He wanted World War III to happen, nukes go everywhere, and then his next generation of people would live in tubes under the water. And then we move to outer space.
Yes, we go to outer space next.
You can't go any deeper, then you can't go any higher. That's...
Well, to be fair, Moonraker was actually not supposed to be the next one.